Shabbat Shalom. Good morning, YouTube. Today we are again continuing with our Bible readings. I am reading from a translation called The Scriptures. Please feel free to read along with any translation that you like, but please read along. Read it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. So get your coffee, get your Bible, and let's read. Today we are starting in Numbers chapter 10. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Make 2 silver trumpets for yourself. Make them of beaten work, and you shall use them for the gathering of the congregation and for breaking camp. And when they blow both of them, all the congregation shall meet before you at the door of the tent of appointment. And if they blow one, then the leaders, the heads of the thousands of Israel, shall gather to you. And when you blow a shout, the camps that lie on the east side shall depart. And when you blow a shout the second time, then the camps that lie on the south side shall depart. They blow a shout for them to depart. And when the assembly is to be assembled, you blow, but do not shout. And the sons of Aaron, the priests, blow with trumpets, and it shall be to you for a law forever throughout your generations. And when you go into battle in your land against the enemy that distresses you, then you shall shout with the trumpets, and you shall be remembered before Yahweh your Elohim, and you shall be saved from your enemies. And in the day of your gladness, and in the appointed times, and in the beginning of your new moons, you shall blow the trumpets over your ascending offerings, and over your slaughterings of peace offerings. And they shall be a remembrance for you before your Elohim. I am Yahweh your Elohim. And it came to be on the 20th day of the second new moon in the second year that the cloud was taken up from above the dwelling place of the witness. And the children of Israel departed, setting out from the wilderness of Sinai. And the cloud dwelt on it in the wilderness of Paran. Thus they departed the first time, according to the mouth of Yahweh, by the hand of Moshe. And the banner of the camp of the children of Yehudah departed first, according to their divisions. And over their army was Nashon, son of Aminadab. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Issachar was Nathanael, son of Tuar. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Zebulun was Eliab, son of Helon. And the dwelling place was taken down. And the sons of Gershon and the sons of Merari departed, bearing the dwelling place. And the banner of the camp of Reuben departed according to their divisions. And over their army was Elitzer, son of Shadir. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Shimon was Shelumiel, son of Tzurishaddai. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Gad was Eliasaph, the son of Deuel. And the Kehathites departed, bearing the set-apart objects, while the dwelling place was set up before they came. And the banner of the camp of the children of Ephraim departed according to their divisions. And over their army was Elishama, son of Ammihud. And over the army of the tribe of the son of children of Manasseh was Gamliel, son of Pedetsur. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Benjamin was Abidan, son of Gidoni. Then the banner of the camp of the children of Dan, which formed the rear guard of all the camps, departed according to their divisions. And over their army was Ahiezer, son of Ammishaddai. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Asher was Pagiel, the son of Okran. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Naphtali was Ahira, the son of Enan. Such was the order of setting out for the children of Israel according to their divisions when they departed. And Moshe said to Hobab, the son of Reuel, the Midianite, Moshe's father-in-law, We are setting out for the place of which Yahweh said, I give it to you. Come with us, and we shall do good to you, for Yahweh has spoken good concerning Israel. And he replied to him, I am not going, but I am going to my own land and to my relatives. Then he said, Please do not leave us, because you know how we are to camp in the wilderness, and you shall be our eyes. And it shall be, when you go with us, then it shall be that whatever good Yahweh does to us, the same we shall do to you. So they set out from the mountain of Yahweh on a journey of 3 days, and the ark of the covenant of Yahweh went before them for the 3 days' journey, to seek out a resting place for them. And the cloud of Yahweh was above them by day when they went out from the camp. And it came to be, whenever the ark set out, that Moshe said, Rise up, O Yahweh, and let your enemies be scattered, and let those who you hate flee before you. And when it rested, he said, Return, O Yahweh, to the countless thousands of Israel. All right, so we have the first official setting out of camp in this order, in this way. Chapter 11. And it came to be, when the people were as complainers, it was evil in the ears of Yahweh. And Yahweh heard it, and his displeasure burned. And the fire of Yahweh burned among them, and consumed those in the outskirts of the camp. And the people cried out to Moshe, and Moshe prayed to Yahweh, and the fire died down. Then he called the name of the place of Taberah, because the fire of Yahweh had burned among them. And the mixed multitude who were in their midst lusted greedily. So the children of Israel also wept again, and said, Who is giving us meat to eat? We remember the fish we ate without cost in Mitzrayim, the cucumbers and the melons, and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. But now our being is dried up. There is naught to look at but this manna. Now the manna was like coriander seed, and its appearance like the appearance of bdellium. The people went about and gathered it, ground it into millstones, or beat it in the mortar, and cooked it in a pot, and made cakes of it. And its taste was as the taste of cakes baked with oil. And when the dew fell in the camp at night, the manna fell on it. And Moshe heard the people weeping throughout their clans, each man at the door of his tent, and the displeasure of Yahweh burned exceedingly. And in the eyes of Moshe it was evil. So Moshe said to Yahweh, Why have you done evil to your servant? And why have I not found favor in your eyes to put the burden of all these people on me? Was it I who conceived all these people? Was it I who brought them forth? That you should say to me, Carry them in your bosom, as the foster father carries a nursing child, to the land which you swore to their fathers? Where am I to get meat to give all these people? For they weep before me, saying, Give us meat to eat. I am unable to bear all these people alone, because the burden is too heavy for me. And if you are doing this to me, kill me, please kill me, if I have found favor in your eyes, and let me not see my evil. Then Yahweh said to Moshe, Gather to me 70 men of the elders of Israel, whom you know to be the elders of the people and officers over them, and bring them to the tent of appointment, and let them stand there with you. And I shall come down and speak with you there, and shall take of the Spirit that is on you, and put on them. And they shall bear the burden of the people with you, so that you do not bear it yourself alone. And say to the people, Set yourselves apart for tomorrow, and you shall eat meat, because you have wept in the hearing of Yahweh, saying, Who is giving us meat to eat? For it was well with us in Mitzrayim, and Yahweh shall give you meat, and you shall eat. You are going to eat not 1 day, nor 2 days, nor 5 days, nor 10 days, nor 20 days, but for a new moon of days, until it comes out of your nostrils and becomes an abomination to you, because you have rejected Yahweh, who is among you, and have wept before him, saying, Why did we come up out of Mitzrayim? And Moshe said, The people in whose midst I am are 600,000 men on foot, and you have said, I give them meat to eat for a new moon of days. Could flocks and herds be slain for them and be sufficient for them? Or could all the fish of the sea be gathered together for them to be sufficient for them? And Yahweh said to Moshe, Is the arm of Yahweh too short? Now see whether my words meet you or not. And Moshe went out and spoke to the people the words of Yahweh, and he gathered the 70 men of the elders of the people and placed them around the tent. And Yahweh came down in the cloud and spoke to him, and took of the Spirit that was upon him, and placed the same upon the 70 elders. And it came to be, when the Spirit rested upon them, that they prophesied, but did not continue. However, 2 men had remained in the camp. The name of one was Eldad, and the name of the other Medad. And the Spirit rested upon them. Now they were among those listed, but did not go out to the tent. And they prophesied in the camp. And a young man ran and informed Moshe, and said, Eldad and Medad are prophesying in the camp. And Yehoshua, son of Nun, Moshe's assistant from his youth, answered and said, Moshe, my master, forbid them. Then Moshe said to them, Are you jealous for my sake? Oh, that all the people of Yahweh were prophets, and Yahweh would put his Spirit upon them. And Moshe returned to the camp, both he and the elders of Israel. And a wind went forth from Yahweh, and it brought quail from the sea, and let them fall beside the camp, about a day's journey on this side, and about a day's journey on the other side, all around the camp, and about 2 cubits above the surface of the ground. And the people were up all day and all night and all the next day and gathered the quail. He who had least gathered 10 homers, and they spread them out for themselves all around the camp. The meat was still between their teeth before it was chewed, and the wrath of Yahweh burned against the people. And Yahweh struck the people with an exceeding great plague. Then he called the name of that place Kibroth Hattawa, because they buried the people who had lusted. From Kibroth Hattawa the people set out for Hatzereth, and they were at Hatzereth. That is the end of chapter 11. Now, it's been a little while since we've seen the Israelites grumble against the Father. But, it had to happen sometime. So they grumble about meat. And Yahweh says, fine, you're going to have so much meat, it's going to be coming out of your nostrils, you're going to be sick of it. So, he sends them quail. Now, quail... I've never tried quail, but I hear it's pretty good. But it is a small bird, smaller than a chicken of that day even. I know chickens have gotten a lot bigger as we have bred them and whatnot. But it's a very small bird, so it's a lot of work for a little bit of meat. Chapter 12. Now Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moshe because of the Cushite woman who had taken, for he had taken a Cushite woman. And they said, has Yahweh spoken only through Moshe? Has he not also spoken through us? And Yahweh heard it. And the man Moshe was very humble, more than all men who were on the face of the earth. And suddenly Yahweh said to Moshe and Aaron and Miriam, you three come out of the tent of appointment. So the three came out. And Yahweh came down in the column of the cloud and stood in the door of the tent and called Aaron and Miriam. And they both went forward. And he said, hear now my words. If your prophet is of Yahweh, I make myself known to him in a vision, and I speak to him in a dream. Not so with my servant Moshe. He is trustworthy in all my house. I speak with him mouth to mouth and plainly and not in riddles, and he sees the form of Yahweh. So why were you not afraid to speak against my servant Moshe? And the displeasure of Yahweh burned against them, and he left. And the cloud turned away from above the tent, and look, Miriam was leprous, as white as snow. And Aaron turned to Miriam, and look, a leper. And Aaron said to Moshe, O my master, please do not hold against us the sin in which we have done foolishly, and in which we have sinned. Please do not let her be as one dead when coming out of his mother's womb, with his flesh half consumed. And Moshe cried out to Yahweh, saying, O El, please heal her, please. And Yahweh said to Moshe, if her father had but spit in her face, would she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out of the camp 7 days, and after that let her be readmitted. And Miriam was shut out of the camp 7 days, and the people did not set out until Miriam was readmitted. And afterward the people departed from Hatzereth, and they camped in the wilderness of Paran. So, yeah, don't talk badly, don't grumble, don't complain, and don't talk bad about Moshe. That is the end of the reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join us again next Saturday. May the Father bless you. Shalom.